You're asking yourself why you are stuck in the elo you're currently at? Well, there can be many reasons for that, but here are a few things that actually lead to you getting way better in League. Who am I to tell you? I'm a multi-season challenger player myself and currently full-time pro player. Tip number one is that the game starts with the draft itself. I would advise you to always be super aware in the draft. You should always swap with your teammates when they get a free counter pick, for example, and not be AFK or tapped out, because this is where the game actually begins and where you can get small leads already. What I would also advise you to do, especially if you're playing for elo, that you kinda do yourself a list, as you can see here, with blind picks and counter picks, and you minimize your champion pool by 3 to 4 champions. So I would personally advise you to have 2 blind picks and maybe 1 to 2 counter picks. I will just do a quick example for AD carry here. What you do then is you write down your patch and then the champs that you feel comfortable with. In my case, if I would now play full tryhard on my main account, I would probably go with Varus on blind pick. It's a super good champion, it's good to blind, you have no counter picks. The other blind pick for myself would probably be Corki because he's really solid as well. And for counter picks, I have Kai'Sa and Smolder. Smolder if I get a super free lane and like a easy scaling game, and Kai'Sa if I have like a lot of champions that just want to go in and I'm playing into Ezreal or something, for example, and Kai'Sa is really good in general right now. But as I said, this is all up to you. The next tip is to start clicking way closer to your character, and I show you why it's so important. So the issue is, if you are clicking like this, that you will run into situations where it's impossible for you to dodge. This is also together with your movement itself, it's super bad. Let's imagine you're running into this direction and someone is chasing you and they are throwing a skill shot. Now look at my mouse. If I would click like this, you see my character? It's almost not moving, you know? My character is almost going in a straight line. So now it's super easy for the enemy to actually hit me. But what is if I would run away and I click closer to my character and now I see I don't know, a Morgana Q, for example, coming in, then what I could immediately do is just do this one, right? And it's way easier for me to dodge. If I'm here, then what I would need to do to like do a good dodge is I would need to flick my mouse all the way here and then dodge, you know? So it's always better in general to have it closer to your character. The next thing is that if you are fighting against the enemy, for example, and you want to dodge something, then it's also way better to click closer to your character. Because look at this, if I'm actually fighting the enemy and I would click like this, now I would need to flick my mouse really, really far back, right? So it's super, super bad if we are doing this. So the best thing is, if you just get a habit or like build up a habit for yourself to always keep clicking close to your character. This will make it so much easier for you to dodge things, to space better. It has no downsides at all. Number 3 is also super important. It's to start prioritizing waves. I see so many people, especially during my coaching sessions, that are just running around the map and not prioritizing waves. If we think about it, let's say you would chase an enemy and then you would think about if it's actually worth to chase him or if I get the consistent play and grab the wave again, right? So every single time you're able to basically catch a wave where you get gold and XP, it's way better than just getting an empty kill, for example. Also a thing that you can do, because a lot of people don't know about this, League is always based on waves and turns. So we are always communicating in waves. So on this wave, we would like to do a play. On this wave, we would like to do a dive. On this wave, I can freeze the enemy, stuff like this. And maybe like this, it's easier for you to also communicate it and also to play properly on waves. Number 4 is having good settings. I think having good settings is something that you should do immediately. When starting the game, you should make sure you have settings that actually fit to yourself. It's super important that you make these before even going into a game. You should do that for every single video game you're playing out there. What I would advise you to do, instead of looking around for like a good setting guide, I made a full video about my settings and why I use these settings. And if you want to check them out, feel free to go on my profile and check out that video. If you found this video helpful so far, I would really appreciate some feedback in the comments, a follow, or whatever is in your mind, like not only positive feedback, also feedback where I can maybe improve on. Thank you very much. Being proactive is so important because a lot of people are just chilling in lanes, staying back, not taking trades aggressively, not wanting to create priors for their team, not moving, not anything. Just getting pushed in all game, farm under turret, and then do nothing. This is super bad. If you want to climb in League, you are the part that wants to play cocky, play proactive, be super aggressive on the map, do everything that you need, and like create opportunities for yourself to actually impact the game. If you're just doing nothing all game, staying back and waiting for the enemies to do something and only playing creative, this will probably not get you that far in League. So what I want to say is that if you actually want to climb, you need to create yourself opportunities to involve yourself in the game. If it's stacking waves, if it's creating a slow push for a turret dive, if it's moving because you made a good trade or something, this can be super many things, but being proactive is so important. The last one would be camera movement, but why would camera movement even be important? The main reason why camera movement is important is because you are making your decision based on the information that you get with your camera. So for example, if I'm on bot lane here and the enemies are doing dragon and I don't look at dragon, right, with my camera, then it's hard for me to decide whether it's like good to push my wave and move, keep up a freeze, stuff like this, maybe connect to my jungler. I have no idea. And based on the information I would get by looking somewhere with my camera will help me to decide and make like a good decision. What I would always advise you to do is to use F keys and look around the map as often as possible. Some of you may know these faker clips where he's just perma looking around the map and gathering information. It's something I would advise you to do as well, but it's super hard in the beginning. That's kinda it for the video. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to leave any feedback below and have a good day. Bye bye.